everyone, Coach Keith Young here, your Law of Attraction coach. And in this short video, I would like to take you through some reasons and help you uncovering the reasons that is causing some problems in your life right now. Without understanding the reasons why we create our problems, and we do create our problems, we cannot find the solutions to them. So I'm going to take you through how to uncover some of the reasons why you are having some of the issues, and especially the recurring issues in your life. So let's get started. Understand that you create what happens in your life, both the good and the bad things. Most problems in people's lives are created by default, which means they're not creating deliberately in their life. They're letting life happen, and most problems are creating by default without knowing that we're actually creating them. The reason we create them is we attract them in lower vibrations, which means the law of attraction says whatever we think about and focus our attention on and put out, which are vibrations, the more we get that in return. We do not even realize we're putting out these lower vibrations. So what are these lower vibrations? Well, there are emotions such as sadness, anger, frustration, fear, shame, guilt, grief, etc. And what do they attract when we're feeling these type of vibrations and emotions? Well, they cause sickness and car accidents, disease, loss of money, etc. So everything that we don't want, we attract by default because we don't realize that that's what we're putting out. So just accept and take the responsibility and be accountable that you are the creator of your problems, which also means you can then become the creator of your solutions. So how do we create those solutions? By asking questions, by using questions to understand why you created these problems. By using these questions, you can then forgive yourself for them happening and start to create success in your life. Then you can honestly understand the reasons you created these problems. Because once you understand the reasons, now you can focus on solutions. Then you can evaluate your struggling or being sick or things not changing in your life or not getting what you want. So if you are having recurring problems with something in your life, or if problems keep coming up over and over again, and you seem like you can't get ahead, then you have to ask yourself, what am I doing in creating these problems? You may not understand why you are creating these, so stop and ask yourself the following questions that I'm going to take you through to see if you can uncover the reasons these recurring problems keep coming up. And by uncovering the reasons behind the problem, you then can make the necessary changes to start to create your ideal life. So question number 1 is ask yourself, what am I avoiding or getting to avoid? So if you have a problem that keeps coming up, ask yourself, is this something I'm trying to avoid? Now, not all of these questions are going to apply to every problem. So you have to really evaluate each question. So are you trying to avoid responsibility or success or change? Because when you avoid facing something, then you don't have to think about it or feel bad about it. And this could be something going as far back as your childhood. The second question is, do I get to punish or love someone? So are you continuing to fail at something and refuse to be happy so that you can prove that your childhood was awful? Again, this is all going on the subconscious level, so we don't do these things on purpose. Are you punishing your parents, God, your boss, spouse, family, to prove they didn't love you enough? Or do you love someone enough so you will not do better than your parents out of love? Because if you succeed and do better than they do, they will feel like they struggled and their suffering was a lie. So you have to ask yourself that question as well. Question number 3, do you have a real feeling or righteous emotion? So are you feeling righteous? Are you not expressing your emotions honestly, like guilt, anger, hurt, depression, fear, and letting it go? But instead, you will just sit there and complain to anyone who will listen, but except for the person who may have wronged you or that you have some issues with, who is involved, so that you can actually do something about it. So are you being truthful with your feelings, or do you have this righteous attitude? Question number 4, are you holding out for a guarantee? You are wanting a guarantee that it will work before you make a change, or at least work out the way that you want it to before you even try to make a change. And I have many clients who saying, well, if I try this, then I want it to work. What guarantee can you have? There is no guarantees in life. So question number 5, are you manipulating with self-pity? Are you in victim mode? Are you playing the victim? You are looking for someone to feel sorry for you. So are you playing the martyr? In fact, you are the noble sufferer. You will suffer in silence, yet want everyone to know it. So are you trying to manipulate people like that, and you punish everyone around you and secretly want everyone, especially God, to make your life work for you rather than you deliberately creating? Question 6, are you feeling better or less than? Most people will not relate to this question, but do you feel like you are entitled to things to make your life work better? You don't realize how much better or less than you are. You feel like you deserve special treatment. So are you feeling like you are better than or less than someone else, and that you are entitled to something a little bit more special? And the last question is, are you losing something if you succeed in what you're trying to do? So if you succeed in something, are you afraid of losing friends or attention, run out of excuses to fail, or do you feel like you may lose control? People sometimes have the fear of success, as they will feel like they will have more responsibility and people will look at them differently or like them just for their money rather than themselves. So if you are finding yourself constantly having one issue after another, then you are creating those in some way. So always ask yourself, why am I creating that? You are probably not even aware that you are creating these issues, and you are creating by default, like we spoke of before. To find out how you are creating these issues, go through the questions that we just went through and do some deep soul searching. And this is also where a good coach can help you do that as well, uncovering those issues and helping you find a solution to them. So if you want to start creating the kind of life you truly desire, then now is the time to start. For information on how to start creating your ideal life or business, just check out our website at innergamemagic.com for some free information and tools, free tools to start creating your life right now. You owe it to yourself to have the life that you've always dreamed of and wanted. And as George Bernard Shaw once said, life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. You can start deliberately creating your ideal life right now. Go to our website, check out that free information and tools, start creating your ideal life right now.